Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the Mindset Mentor Podcast with Anusa. I am your host. How are you guys doing today? Thank you for coming back to my channel. I sincerely appreciate you. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you a great deal. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'd like to have a word on this topic I like to call, facing difficulties in life is inevitable, but learning from them is optional. It's important to understand that there is nobody in this world who does not have bad times, tough times, regrettable times, times that they would never have wanted in their life. There is nobody who doesn't have those times. We live in a life that doesn't play favorite. The rain can fall on both the just and the unjust, but it is how you handle difficult times in your life and the aftermath of the difficulties that you face in your life that matters. Now, like I said facing difficulties in life is inevitable, but learning from them is optional. Now, it's important to understand that sometimes when you go through certain situations in life, God is probably putting you in that situation to learn from it and, use that difficulty, that pain, that frustration, that betrayal as a manure for your growth to propel you to where God wants you to be. But learning from difficulty is optional. I talk about failing forward all the time. Most times when I give a talk, I make reference to a book I read from John Maxwell that is called Failing Forward. Now, it's almost like it's mandatory for everybody to fail. But what do you do after failure, or how do you perceive failure? Now, it is a very great thing for you to begin to see failure from a very different, concept. Like in life, failure, when you fail forward. Like for people who are learning from all the difficult times in life, they tell you they failed, but they failed forward. The reason why people can open their mouth and tell you that they failed forward is because they've been able to learn the lesson that failure was meant for. Today, as I speak, I do not know what you are going through as a person, but I do know that some difficulties sometimes are really difficult, and sometimes we don't even want to see those difficulties. But it's important to understand that your strength is buried beneath the deepest part of that difficult situation. God is harnessing the strength that is embedded in you, letting you know that I can never ever give you what you cannot deal with. No matter how bad it becomes, I am here with you. I might not necessarily have to take it away from you, but you need to know that I am going through that difficult situation, that fire with you. Now, what is it that you have gone through in life today? Are you learning from it? Now, it is very, very important to recognize that your circumstances do not define you. They are outside you, and so do not allow them negatively impact your values or standard. A lot of us have written off our life together with the problems that we have had, with all the disappointment, with all the bad mouthing, with all, the betrayals and all of that. But when you begin to change your thought process or change the way you think, you find out that these were things that you ought to have gone through. Like it's in line with your development as you grow. There are certain experiences you need to acquire to help your growth in life, and that is why you have all of these obstacles, circumstances that makes you begin to think, in a certain line. But then again, when you understand the way life plays, or you understand life, you understand that these are things that you are supposed to go through. Now, like I said, difficulties in life is inevitable, but learning from them is optional. A lot of people are not learning from the difficulties they have faced. Meanwhile, you had to go through that tough time because, posterity wanted you to learn from it to help your growth. It's like I made, there was a video I made the other time when I was talking about, planting seeds in concrete, okay? When you plant a seed in a concrete, it does not grow, it dies. But when you plant a seed in a soil that is dirty, it grows very well. So some of those deads, like deads, happens to be manure for your seed to experience that kind of growth that you would want. Now, all of this disappointment, backstabbing, and all of these things that makes life unbearable for you that you are facing, that is making you want to relegate to the back, throw in the towel, and all of that. are all of these debts are what you they are your manure for growth, okay? And God is allowing you go through this because God wants you to learn from all of these difficult circumstances to help your growth, to help you grow and become a better, a stronger, and the best version of yourself. So do not write off your life together with all of the difficulties you are going through. I don't know who I'm talking to today. Maybe you are in that place where you're not able to pay your rent. Maybe you're in that place where you've had a very serious problems in the relationship that you thought was going to get you to your goal where you want to be, maybe in 2023 and all of that. You may be in a place where you're not able to pay your fee. Maybe your promotion exams is not coming forth, or it could be something. There's always something, but it's important to know that God is keeping you in that place for you to become stronger and learn from all of those. Now, a renowned psychologist whose name is called Julius Segal, the man who wrote the book Winning Life's Toughest Battle, indicate in his books that people who overcome the toughest circumstances in life avoid the label called victim. That's because they take responsibility for their life going forward. Now, when you understand that life is what it is, it plays no favorite, life is going to give you, those times where you need to really pay attention and be strong and learn from as an individual. Now you will understand that life brings everything to you in that package. Life is like a package. When you open it, you see the good, the bad, the ugly, and it's up to you to make use of what brings value to you, and learn from what is on the table that does not necessarily bring value to you. So this is what this is about. Now, when we go through all of these difficulties in life, are we able to learn from what we are going through? Every time that life throws that difficult situation for you where you have to struggle to transcend such difficulty, life is also throwing a teacher to teach you a lesson of life that will help propel you to your place of greatness. Today, I don't know what life is throwing at you. Maybe people around you are disappointing you. Maybe the work is not forthcoming, the contract is not forthcoming, your business is not moving, things are difficult for you, like absolutely difficult for you. Yes, a lot of people are going through that, especially when you live in a place like Nigeria where everything is almost turning around for the worse. There are a lot of lessons to be learned. And, this is a time where you need to learn some of those lessons. You need to understand that you have a lot of debts around you where people call you names, they disrespect you because you don't have any money and all of that. They call you all sort of names. Just know that these are the manure, all of those debts, all of those disappointments, all of those name callings are the manure that life is bringing forth to you to help you grow, and get to where God wants you to get to. So now it's important to understand that when we go through difficulties in life, we have the option to learn from those difficulties and move forward. And I don't know what you're going through today. Are you learning anything? Do not be completely disappointed and do not throw in the towel. Do not relegate yourself to the bag. Understand that God is presenting this situation to you so you can learn from. I really hope this video was helpful. I appreciate you so much. Should you like my video, kindly subscribe to this channel. Thank you.